Greetings and welcome my friends. This is mediocrity, no wait, it's S&MA Duress. That explains the whips. The shuffler loves shorting us lands with this deck, but here we have a 4-lander. Now we can't cry about being stuck on 3 lands for 50 turns. Keep your pants on, shuffler. With so many lands we have to optimize plays. We have to drop the hustler down first, then we can snipe a card out of their hand. Every crime might be critical this game, so let's save them up and fire them off at good moments. So they are on Poison Ivy. They might have bounce, but they won't have much in the way of removal. Can someone notify the shuffler that we don't need any more lands this game? Come on bro. Let's play out our second hustler, then duress a card out of their hand. You know they'll have something we can nab. We'll send our hustler in for hits. They don't know all we have in hand are lands. We get through for damages. I was rather afraid they would go for the trade. That is 7 lands in total. We can easily play out everything in our deck without having to draw another land. At least we can activate one of our hustlers. We should be able to outsize their 4/4 in a few turns. There is no way we are blocking. We'll eat all the damages. The shuffler gifts us a Jasper. We pretty much autoplay him. Taking 3 cards per turn out of their deck should get us back in the game. Let's go in with our hustlers. All they've got left to block with is a screaming chicken. They send their men, but once again we decline to block any of it. Eating damages sometimes is good for you. We get one of their screaming chickens and a rot priest. The removal might come in handy as well. Now we can block up their screaming chicken and we have one of their rot priests to throw in front of their 4/4. With only the rot priest left on blocker duty, we'll send Jasper and one of the hustlers in. Let's see if they do us a favor and block. They do throw a block. Then immediately try to save their guy, but we have a removal to throw in there. That may or not have been worth it. Time will tell. We are up to 8 poison now, and that means if their 4/4 touches us we are toast. No jam. They send everyone. This is a suicide run. They either get us or they are toast. Clearly they must have something in hand. And it has to be a pump spell to boost their 4/4. If it gets in a hit we're done. They are banking the game on this hit. You know it. We know it. The planet knows it. Let's double block and see what they have. That's right, that's a pump for 2. Their guy becomes a 6/6, but that's exactly how much damage we can block. Every point of damage we did to get to this point was critical. Not getting in hits when we did would have killed us. And now all we have to do is swing in. No need to do anything else. GG's. This is Bo Gimp. The body odor is strong with this one. We get a 2-lander with an early removal and some hand disruption. The 2 hustlers are great as well. Keep your pants on. We are not afraid of their planes. Let's drop the joins up and make them toss a card. That's another planes. You're going to need those, bro. Mono white loves that spell book vendor. I'm not into buying books from peddlers on the street. We'll go with a hustler and snipe their vendor. Get gone, girl. They throw down a judge. I suppose that's appropriate given the crimes we are about to commit in the name of damages. We'll play our surveil land and take a peek at what we have coming. It is Vial Smasher, but we already have one in hand. Let's gently put him in the grave. Sorry, my friend. They have a depopulate. Well, good thing we hit them with duress now instead of later. They land a Catilda, the annoying one. We're going to be had in the air and I don't like being had. We draw into a virtue, which is perfect timing. Let's land our second hustler, then snipe Catilda before she gets out of hand. We'll hold back, a trade is kind of bad here. We have time still, their judge isn't getting bigger but our men sure are. They play out an abolisher, that's cool bro, we can do everything on our turn anyways. Vlad the Impaler shows up to the party. A little late, but he always brings the good times. He also triggers our men and we get to upsize our hustlers. Let's send in the biggest one. It could end up being a 1-for-1 trade here, but their biggest guy will fall and we'll run the table. They take the hit. That's a big 5 spot they just ate. GG's. No wait, we're still playing, lol. The judge gets his third counter so it can come flying in now. They poop out a 2/2 token. It lands with a good plop. That's a play they could have made at instant speed. Right? A cut down is just what Vlad the Impaler ordered. Let's get in there. Wait, what? They sneeze too hard. GG's. This is Jordit Ron, no wait, it's Jord IT Ron. Shout out to his IT department. We get a 2-lander with a pair of cut down and doubles of Vlad the Impaler. Vlad will be doing some impaling this game. Keep. They get to start the game off at 19 life, lol. These desert lands are broke as hell. They drop a mountain and we are instantly suspicious. Are they mono red or are they multicolor and leading with red mana? If they are mono red, they are doing badly without any plays the first 2 turns. We'll play out Vlad and then a Tinybones Joins Up to trigger both men. Let's see what they toss out. They are Rakdos as well. Mishra Rakdos, in fact, that's a mid-range deck. Let's send in our hustler. This will be a good time to see if they have burn. We draw into a duress. Let's fire it off and see what they're holding. A Path of Peril is really the worst of these. The corpse explosion is pretty bad for us too, but Vlad is already a 4/4 and they have 3 power in their grave. There's the corpse explosion, but they don't have enough to wipe out Vlad. He will be doing more impaling. We skipped the turn without making any plays, but note that we could have played out the second Vlad and kept the first. Tinybones Joins Up would have still triggered and our Vlad would have been up to a 5/5. At this point I was concerned they'd have a go for the throat, so keeping the second Vlad in hand was more important than 2 more points of damage. A 3/3 first striker is a good blocker for a turn. We've got them on their heels. All we need is to keep pressure up. They play out a 4/4. That would hold us up, but we still have the second Vlad we can play out to make our big Vlad a 5/5. Never mind. That is a timely removal. Let's snipe their guy and swing in. Their final hope is a guy we can hit with cut down. That's going to be GG's. The IT department phones in their disappointment. This is Roku, the TV, no wait, it's RUCU, distant cousin to our 2D2. We get another 2-lander with a single removal, but we have Vlad and a Tinybones Joins Up. Unlike your first X, this is a keeper. Rule, but no plays on turn 2. Maybe they have a ton of early removal. We draw into Duress, which is perfect. Let's fire it off and snipe something good out of their hand. They have all man and a land. We whiff, but we have Tinybones Joins Up as well. They will still toss a card. Breaches gets sent to an early grave. Isn't that another name for pants? Breaches. Sam Moot is their play. We'll take the hit and they'll get a card. Our only play is going to be Vlad. Luckily he will trigger the Joins Up and make himself a 3/3. They plant Kodama, but Vlad holds up their Sam Moot. Hopefully we can hold them up until we get more lands and removals. The logical move would be to snipe one of their men then swing in. But what if we swing in first? Maybe they'll double block hoping to take out our Vlad. Then we can snipe one of their men and we'll have nailed both at the cost of 1 card. Let's try it. They don't take the bait. We'll hold up our removal and see what they try to do. A 3 mana 4/4 is pretty beefy for the moment. They run in at us. We'll take the opportunity to snipe their 4/4, leaving them wide open for a counter-attack. Well, we'll be lucky to see a third land this game apparently. We still have plays though, we're still in it. Let's get Vial Smasher down and boost our Vlad. He's 1 counter away from getting life link and that could be what saves us. They only send Samut, the Lone Ranger apparently. They must have their eyes set on blocking our next attack. It might be kind of risky, but we send Vlad. Get in there. He's got 4 counters and has menace as well as life link. We will fight to the last outlaw. They play out a 2/2 dragon whelp and send only the dragon. All their other men are too afraid. The download of Brown has begun. Vlad gets to 7/7, lol. We get a removal from their deck. We'll have to see how they block. Go impale some enemy men, bro. Get in there. They block up with all their big men. We definitely want to get rid of them. Let's line them up, then we'll snipe Kodama. Their 2 remaining men won't be enough to kill Vlad. The impaling will continue until morale improves. The partners, that's pretty nifty, but can they race our life-linked Vlad? They send Samut. Their entire team will be available to block when we swing in. The problem is Vlad has menace, so one of our men will get through, and all it takes is for us to play out the second Vlad to get up to 4 damage. GG's. This is DJ11 Devon. Spin that record, Mr. DJ. We get a 2-lander with a pair of Vlads and a Virtue. We do have a desert, so we can grow Vlad the turn after playing him. This could work out. Keep. That's a 3rd Vlad we drew. We'll play out a Vlad. If they don't have removal for him, we'll be able to grow him with the desert we have in hand. They play out a Censor. We'll be limited to 1 spell per turn. That's okay, here comes our 1 spell for the turn. Conveniently, all their men are just the right size to be mowed down with our virtues. Party boy Gix has got to go home. That will take our Vlad up to a 4/4. And now we'll snipe something right out of their hand. Looks like they have enough to deal with Vlad. Alright, Vlad number 2, you're up. Of course they drew another ossification. Vlad number 3, you're up. They play out their enchantment. It gives their men +1/+1 and creates an incubator token. They'll have a 3/3 when they flip their pancake. I mean, incubator. We draw into a Jasper, and that's going to be our play. We'll be getting 2 cards from their deck. They drop a guy then flip their pancake. Without hesitation they send their token. It's like they forgot they're at 11 life and we're at 24. We'll snipe their blocker. We'll be going in for an 8-point hit on our attack. We got their arena. We did need more card draw. Thanks bro. And we play out our Tinybones Joins Up and make them toss their monster. They don't need that anyways. We'll play out their arena before we send in our men. They drew a land. That's a tough pill to swallow. Apparently we had too much power for them. GG's. This is Naughty Merlin. No wait, it's Note Merlin. We get a 3-lander loaded with removals. This is pretty good. I like it. We have 2 surveil lands which can improve our draws and help us find our outlaws. Let's go. Keep your pants on. They roll out a Delver right away. Are they mono blue? We've got half our removals in hand, lol. Let's play out our first surveil land and see what we got on top. That's a swamp on top. With 2 lands still in hand we'll send the swamp to the grave. That definitely looks like mono blue. I thought they had gone extinct but here we are. We drew a Vlad. He'll be awesome once we can get him in play. For now we'll drop our other surveil land and see what we have coming. That's a Tinybones Joins Up. Against mono blue, making them discard is rather good. We'll keep it on top even though we have one already. Let's play it out and make them toss a card. They fire off a consider. They still have to toss a card regardless of what they end up drawing. They find a counter and are able to flip their Delver. Funny enough it's still within range of our cut down. Let's play out Vlad before they get the mono to counter it. We'll get the trigger from Tinybones Joins Up and Vlad will get pumped. I'm pumped too. This matchup is always exciting. Amazingly they drop their genie in a bottle. You have to rub him the right way. And they are tapped out. Their pants are down. We get a 3rd surveil land and that shows us another land on top. We'll slide it into the grave. We need men and firepower. Let's ghost their team. They don't need men. And look at that. A 1-point life total difference and we have a board and they don't. Gotta love it. Another Vlad is okay, but I would have preferred another one of our outlaws. Let's play out our other Tinybones Joins Up and get them to toss a card. We've got them down to single digits. Living the life of crime does pay. They throw down a snake. We can't snipe it because of its ward, but we can try on our turn. We will have to get them to burn their counter at some point. Let's give it a shot. And even if it is countered, this will trigger Vlad and it will be his 4th counter. We will still be able to get in for damages. Perfect. They countered our removal before we had to pay the ward. Now we'll be able to play out our hustler. Life and time is running out for them. They'll need a solid play here to save them. There goes the counter. They do need another blocker. Did they find one? The search continues. But they're down to only 1 mana. They land a 2nd snake. That's a lot of beef that has to sit around and block. All we have to do is hit 1 with our removal and swing in. That'll be GG's.